Okay, gardeners, most of us know by now that there is going to be a huge fertilizer shortage this year based on politics I'm not going to get into on my page. But the good news is I'm going to give you my homemade natural fertilizer recipe that I use mostly on my tomatoes, but you can use this throughout your garden. And it's really important to get the fertilizer correct on your tomatoes because the balance of the nutrients in your fertilizer is very important, because if you have too much of one, it'll reduce the uptake of another, causing a deficiency. So in the next part, I'm going to talk about the specifics of why these things are important, but this is the short attention span version with the recipe. Enjoy. Okay, quick recipe version. First, we're going to do 1 part coffee grounds. If you're not a coffee drinker, probably not going to be friends, but Starbucks will save their coffee grounds for you if you ask nicely. 1 part wood ash from a fire pit. If you're not a fire pit person, again, probably not going to be friends, but you can get some from someone who is. 1 part azomite. This you can leave out if you want to keep this completely homemade and natural. We'll go into the specifics of the whys of all these again in part 2. And then 1 part calcium supplement. If you're keeping this completely homemade, crushed eggshells work great. I'm using gypsum. I'll talk to you about why I chose gypsum for my particular soil in the next part. And then we're going to mix this up really well. I'm going to add a heaping tablespoon to each freshly planted plant within a few days of planting. And then I'm going to wait until the first fruit set, and then I'm going to fertilize every other week with this after that. Happy gardening.